Begin mini practice set 1. Follow the instructions shown in the instructions given for the assignment. And follow all the instructions. Go to the resources or the links. This will give you the page 1 of the practice set, page 2 of the practice set information. This gives you your forms. You will click on this, click on the forms, and download them to your computer, and then save them on your computer. And when you do, you will type on those forms. This is the information for the beginning balances from your textbook. Once you open your mini practice set, you're given all the information you need. And this is the textbook page. These are your chart. This is your chart of accounts. You will open, the first thing you do is open a ledger account for each one of these accounts. So you open the ledger account for each account using the name of the account and also the account number. So opening your general ledger or your accounts, you start with the cash account. You type in the word cash as the account number, and the account number is 101. Then you go down to the next account. This one would be accounts receivable, or the next item on the next account listed in your chart of accounts. You may have to get rid of some of the lines to make it fit. Put in the account number. I think I have it right. And you do all the accounts that were on the chart of accounts that way. The next thing you do is go to page 166 in your textbook. This gives you your beginning balances for each of the accounts. So you would go to your cash account and enter debit balance $111,350 in the debit column. In your journals, you have to enter the date. I don't remember. 2017 will be the dates we're starting with. This will be January 1st. You're going to put in beginning balance. Put a posting reference of an X or a check mark to show that you're bringing it in from a prior period, and you type in your debit 111350. That's your beginning balance for your cash account. You do the same thing for all the other accounts that are listed there. So for accounts receivable, type in your date, January 1, beginning balance, posting reference, you can just put an X, and you're beginning with a balance of $5,000. You do that for all of your accounts that have a balance on page 166. After you have set up your general ledger, all the ledger accounts, then you go to the instructions in your book for the transactions. Your first transaction is on January 2nd. You purchased supplies for $6,000 and issued check number 1015. we're going to start our date in our new journal page. And I'm not sure, I don't remember what page number we start. Your instructions say to start with page 3. Your first transaction is going to be on January 2nd. Now you're going to have to do some formatting on this because this needs to be, I'm sorry about this, it needs to be flush with the left margin. Okay, so your first transaction is you purchase supplies. So you enter supplies as your asset account. You're going to debit supplies for $6,000. And under supplies, you enter the credit balance. You go over about 5 spaces. You're going to credit cash for $6,000. You're going to enter a brief description. And when it says it issues a check, that means it came out of the cash account. Skip a line, go to the next transaction, which is going to be also on January 2nd. You're going to, we purchased 1-year insurance policy for $7,200. So this is prepaid insurance since it's for 1 year. And the amount we bought it for was $7,200. We paid cash for it since we wrote a check, so it comes out of cash. Credit amount, $7,200. We write our description. Put our check number. And you continue on down, entering all your transactions in your journal. After you have entered your transactions, you post to your ledger accounts. Post debit part first. Go to ledger account and enter debit entry. So for your first entry, go to the ledger, January 2nd, we bought supplies so that we had a debit entry of $6,000, which we take over to our debit balance. We show our posting reference as General Journal, page 3, because that's where we got the entry. Then, and only then, do you go back to your journal page, go to the posting reference next to supplies and write in the supplies account number. Okay, then you're ready to do the cash part, which is the credit part. So we're going back down to the cash, the cash account in the ledger. We're going to show on January the 2nd, we purchased supplies. Actually, you don't have to put a description in here. You just go to credit cash for the amount of the supplies, $6,000. You subtract the $6,000 from your balance in your account. So, actually, I need to make this. So you're going to, let me fix this. Okay. Subtract 6,000 from 11,350. And you're going to record the balance. Which gives you a balance of 105,350. Got to be sure you write your journal page in there, journal page 3. And then you go back to your general journal and write in the cash account reference 101. Now you will go ahead and complete all the rest of your entries and follow the same procedure for entering all of your journal entries. You can go ahead and enter them all first and then go through and post each of your transactions. Post the debit part first and the credit part of each transaction first, and then record your posting references, and then go to the next transaction and do the same thing.